Hi there, welcome to the Big Bounce Theory YouTube channel. My name is Trevor and I'm here with Yanick, and he is the owner of the Big Bounce Theory here in Edmonton, Alberta. They rent all sorts of bouncy castles and different entertainment devices.
Yes.
For parties, could be for kids parties, corporate parties, whatever. And today we are going to be talking about the Big Bounce Theory itself, its history and its future. And I like to start off with a quote. This one's from Will Ferrell. Before you marry a person, you should first make them use a computer with slow internet so you can see who they really are. And that is very, very true. Now, here's a quick fun fact for you. Jumping in a bouncy castle, or just jumping in general, can help you burn lots of calories, 240 calories in 30 minutes. So if you're looking for a way to lose some extra fat, shed a few pounds, rent a bouncy castle from the Big Bounce Theory, and they'll be able to set you up with a great fitness program, just bouncing.
You don't get tired of it. It's good activities.
And you feel it, I'm sure.
Oh yes, definitely, yeah.
All right, cool. So let's jump into these questions here that we've got, talking about the history and the future of the Big Bounce Theory. Number one, how did the Big Bounce Theory get started?
It started about 5.5 years ago. I was just scrolling on Marketplace, and I just stumbled on 3 bouncy castles that were for sale from a guy in Calgary. Not the newest bouncy castle, just average. And then I just had the crazy idea to buy them for myself. I actually had no plans to use them as a rental income back then. So what I did is I drove to Calgary with my fiance, and we picked those up. I remember it was in a little wooden trailer that barely stood ground. It was terrible, but I made it. And so I brought them back here, and then I had a little bit of fun. It was for myself, so just in the backyard and stuff like that. And then eventually I just thought, I can't just leave this there and just sit there all year, right? And then, so that's kind of where the idea started of doing the rentals and stuff like this. And honestly, from there, it's just history. It's been great, and it's awesome. It's been lots of fun.
So that's really awesome. You just saw them on Marketplace, bought them, you thought you'd have some fun with them, but then you decided to turn it into a business.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's correct. It's, I couldn't just leave that much money sitting on the ground there all winter, and it's crazy idea. Even my parents were like, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think you should do it. And I still did it, and now they regret not jumping in with me.
There you go. No pun intended, right?
That's right.
Okay, so now that you've got this business, you decided to start it. What made you really turn the corner and want to decide to grow this business?
Honestly, I used to be in construction, and I love construction. I'm a framer, so everything with my hands and stuff. And I just thought, this is not the area I want to, have a career in. And then when I jumped into the bouncy castle industry, it's just that, you go to people's places and it's party time. Everybody's happy, excited to see you. And that's just the kind of mood that I'm always in. Wake up, I'm always happy, and, just, it's a new day, let's start over and stuff. And so that's kind of from where I decided to, I think that's what I want to do as a career, is just keep growing it, and then just have fun, keep meeting awesome people year long, and it's been really great. So
that's great. It's always good if you can do something that's fun and that other people are enjoying.
Yes, right? Yeah, 100%. It's really awesome.
Now, let's talk about your first 5 years. How were you able to grow so much within the first 5 years?
So I was lucky enough to be living at my parents' place still, so I wasn't paying much rent, thanks to my parents. And so from all the income I was making from the rentals, I would just literally just throw 100% back into the company and just buy more and more units. I started with a lot of used unit I would sell Marketplace, KGG and such, and they're just a lot cheaper. So so that's how I started. Been picking them up here and there and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's kind of how I was able to grow fast in the first 5 years. So
yeah, not having a whole lot of expenses to deal with.
That's correct.
Rent and mortgages and stuff of that nature.
Yes, yeah, and then also learning on top. Like when I started, I didn't know. I need insurance, and I need ADORSA, which is certification for bouncy castles, anything entertainment that's not fixed location. So the prices came with time and stuff. But back then I didn't have any expense, which was great.
That's great. I love it.
Yes.
Now, how do you manage the stress of running a large rental company?
I don't manage it, honestly. It's well, I do somehow, but yeah, just trying to think to myself, it's not the end of the world. It's happened before. You get somewhere late, and you just tell to yourself, it's fine. There's no rush. I'll get there when I get there. There's no risk in putting other people's life at risk as well. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been working a lot on that on me, and yeah, so that's kind of how I deal with it.
Yeah, it's can be a little bit stressful when you're under time constraints, especially when they're renting by the hour, right?
Yes, exactly.
And there's a specific setup time and takedown time and all of that.
And then you have to work with the weather as well. Sometimes when the rain comes, then you have to be on time to do the pickups. Sometimes you have to be a little early, and people get frustrated. You try to make them understand. It's weather is part of the rentals and the business that I'm in, and I have to listen to it, because if I don't, well, you might see a hot air balloon in the air pretty soon. So
So, I mean, that's a great way to handle it. Just kind of keep it lighthearted, and
yes,
just smile. I find that if you smile, it breaks people down pretty
pretty
easily.
Yep, that's right.
Now, the next question is, what are your best tips on how to succeed in this industry?
I would say just take a breath, just relax, tell yourself it's not the end of the world. Everything's going to be fine. At the end of the day, everybody's going to be happy. Definitely manage your stress as much as you can, your time as well. Always be on time to people's rental, because that just saves a lot of problems. And yeah, so that's probably the way I did it for the first 5 years of my career.
Yeah, put in a lot of hard work, a lot of long hours.
Yes.
And
yes,
you're doing a lot of it yourself at the beginning.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, I was doing it with my fiance for the first 4 years. This year was the first year with a staff helping me, which has been great. But yeah, it's heavyweight, right? So you have to be fairly fit to do it, or also you have to have the will to actually work hard and lift heavy things all the time, and you want to get yourself the proper equipment as well. That's it might be a big investment at first, but that'll bring you so much more money on the long term. It's just I've done it myself and didn't believe it at first, and now I can go with all those.
Yeah, got to have the right tools, right equipment.
That's right.
In order to get the job done faster, better, and safer.
Yeah, you bet. Yep.
Okay, now next question I have is, what are your future plans for the company here in Edmonton?
I want to keep growing. I just every year I'm trying to get more and more customers, more and more relationship with them, and of course I want to grow into different aspect of the business. So not just bouncy castles, but chairs, tables, stages, speakers, chair, like everything, right? Not just bouncy castle, anything that you can rent. We want to have this. So for now, that's kind of where we're wanting to, drive into this direction for the future. And yeah.
Nice. Now, what are your plans? Do you have any plans to go to other locations?
Yes, I do actually. Within the next probably 5 years, I'd like to expand to Calgary. And I've thought as well as possibly moving a part of the business to the States. Possibly Texas, just, they always say that Texas is Alberta of the US. So, I can't see myself not hating this, minus the winter, which is great, right? So yeah.
Yeah, you can do bouncy castles year round.
Exactly, and that's what I want. I like to stay busy. I can't just sit on my couch all day. I go crazy if I do that. And I also spend all my money, which is not good. So, so I definitely want to stay busy and do this year long.
All right, awesome. Next question is, where do you see yourself in 15 years?
In 15 years, I see myself as the #1 provider of rentals in Edmonton, 100%. Also in the top 5 in other cities that I'm planning on expanding to. And yeah, it's going to be hard work, but I think it'll be doable. And yeah, just again, creating more relationship with customers. Long-term relationship is the key to success every year. So that's where I'm planning to be.
That's great. I love that. Now, would you do this over again if you had to?
100%. Any day I would do this again. I wake up in the morning and I'm just excited to go to work. It's you need a passion into that. If you don't have a passion, you go there just for the money. You'll be out of there in probably 2 years, because it is a lot of work, a lot of time, and just yeah. Yeah, that's all I have to say. It's just you need passion for that.
Got to have passion for it. Otherwise, it's hard.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like with anything, right? It's hard work.
Exactly. You bet. Yes.
Last question. What is the best advice that you would give to yourself for the next few years?
I'd say keep your stress low. Learn how to manage it even better than you do right now, and always make sure that you're on time to people's events. You make sure you understand that it's their kid's birthday. It's big memories for them, and same thing for large events. If you don't show up on time, it creates a mess not just for yourself but for them as well, and all the people attending the events. So I would say just stay disciplined. And just keep working the way you do, and just work on a couple of things here and there. But other than that, just keep doing what you do right now, and it seems to be working great. So, yes.
Yeah, there's it's always have fun.
Yes.
Always have fun.
Yes.
Always show up with a smile on your face.
That's
and make
right.
sure that the customer is excited.
Yeah.
You're excited.
It's actually a company policy that if we don't arrive with a smile on our face, you get 10% off. So definitely, I want to make sure all my staff get there with a smile. I always get there with a smile, no matter what the day is like or anything, the weather, whatever. It's not a funeral home. It's we're going there to have fun. So let's have fun and let's smile and be friendly.
Awesome. I love that. Well, if you are in need of a bouncy castle rental or any other type of amusement, you guys have like some of the games, and you've got other corporate type of what are they called? Obstacle courses.
Yes, and the mechanical rides, we have tents, chairs, tables, all of those things. So
Yeah, so if you need that, go to thebigbouncetheory.ca.
Yes, that's correct.
Thebigbouncetheory.ca, and check out all the rentals they've got and book one today.
I'll see you soon, guys. Take care.